welcome to video number 7. This design of pre-stressed concrete members for the flexure. Here we are selecting the type 1 member as per the syllabus, and we know that the problem is on the type 1 members. Design a simply supported PSC beam with total moment of MT, that is total moment for 35 kN including self-weight moment. The height of the beam is restricted to 920. Here it is given, or otherwise we have to take in the trial values. The free stress at the transfer FPO is equal to 1035 Newton per millimeter square and service FPE 860 Newton per millimeter square. Based on the grade of concrete, whichever is given grade, allowable compressive stresses at transfer is given 12.5 Newton per millimeter square, at service 11 Newton per millimeter square. Take pre-stressing tendon as 7 number strands, that is diameter is 12.88 as the precedent is given. Now nominal area of the one strand is equal to 99.3 square meter. All these are given here, and then if you write the given data, MT is total moment, M sub W, that is the self weight moment, generally we take as the G suffix G, mg is equal to 55 kilonewton. Height of the member is given here. FPO is the initial pre-stress 1035, FP effective pre-stress after all losses at service load. This is FCT, that is given 12.5, that is the compressive stress at transfer 12 Newton per millimeter square. This is compressive stress at working. Always the allowable compressive stress at this transfer will be more. It is temporary compared to the working condition. And tendon they have given the 7 strand of 12.8 millimeter and nominal area is 99.3. Now we will solve this, design the problem for type 1 member. As we know, what do you mean by type 1 member? Type 1 member is nothing but the no tensile stresses are allowed at the transfer as well as working condition. That is 0 at the top during transfer, 0 at the bottom during working condition or service conditions. No tensile stresses are allowed in the type 1 member. And in this case, there are two stages. That is, stage 1 is preliminary design. Stage 1 is preliminary design. And stage 2 final design. Preliminary design means whatever the values are given here we have to take, and then we have to estimate the material properties and other variables required for the design and other variables, and also trial section. We have to take the trial section and we have to check for the final design. This is preliminary design. We have to estimate the properties, whatever it is given, area of steel, and then once again final pre-stressing force, initial pre-stressing force, and then trial section also. In the stage 2, that is final design. With all the values which we have calculated, we have to calculate the eccentricity here and final pre-stressing force. Here you are using capital P is for the pre-stressing force, small f is for the stress, and the compressive stresses at top and bottom. At bottom during transfer and at top during working condition. We have to check for this one and for also area, and this area we have to section area of the section also we have to check whether it is provided should be more than the calculated value. Area provided should be more than the calculated, then it will be satisfied. Otherwise you have to redesign the section. First we will take the stage 1 preliminary design. And as I have already uploaded the what is the procedure required or steps involved in the design procedure of type 1 members in the Google Classroom as well as WhatsApp. If you go through that, it is better, you can easily understand what is the problem here. The first step is step 1. What is the step 1 means? We have to calculate the lever arm. For the lever arm here, Once again we have to find whether the moment due to the self weight and moment due to the total moment, that is including both self weight as well as the live load. For that it is what is the percentage ratio you have to take. Here it is MSW divided by MT. If you take the 55 divided by 435, that is 12.5%. If this ratio is less than 30%, then we have to take Z is equal to 0.5 H, where H is the given 920. If it is more than 30%, then you have to take as the 0.65 H. In this case, it is less than 30%, we'll go for the Z is equal to 0.5 H. Then the lever arm Z is equal to 0.5 into 920, that is equal to 460 millimeters. That Z is equal to 460 millimeters. This is the step 1. Then step 2 will be estimate the effective pre-stressing force. This is step 1. We have calculated only lever arm with the percentage 460 millimeter. The next is step 2. Estimate the pre-stressing force. Effective pre-stressing force here. Estimate the effective pre-stressing force. Here force means we are using capital P, effective means PE. Then we know the relation between the lever arm and effective pre-stress and the imposed loads, that is MIL divided by FPE, where MIL, here we can take the effect, this is as M sub W is very less, we can neglect this, directly we can take MIL is the imposed loads, that is equal to MT minus MSW. Therefore, we want the effective pre-stressing force, this is effective pre-stressing force, I am written the stress here PE, effective pre-stressing force. Therefore, Z is required pre-stressing force PE is equal to MIL divided by Z. Therefore, here 435 minus 55 kilonewton meter. Then if you take the only meter into millimeter divided by lever arm, it is 460. Therefore, PE is equal to 826 kilonewton. This I will write here, which is required. PE, it is calculated value 826 kilonewton. This is step 2. We have to calculate the PE, effective pre-stressing force. And then step 3, area of pre-stressing tendons. Step 3, area of pre-stressing tendons. Area of pre-stressing tendons. Symbol used is AP, that is equal to effective pre-stress force divided by effective pre-stress force divided by area. Pre-stress force 826 kilonewton, convert into newtons, divided by effective pre-stress, it is given FPE 860. This is kilonewton and then that will cancel, you will get the area is equal to 960 square millimeter. AP is equal to 960 square millimeter. This is step 3, area of pre-stressing tendons. AP is equal to pre-stressing force divided by stress. Then step 4, estimate the area of section, concrete section, how much it should be as per the calculation. Then we can select the trial section for that. That is step 4, area of section required. You can say the area of the section required and taking the average allowable stress. There are two, as I told, this is the temporary, higher value will be there at the transfer, at the working conditions of the service it is 11. Therefore, area of the section is equal to effective pre-stressing force divided by, once again, 0.5 average FCW. This is FCW is given 11. Then area is equal to required 826 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 0.5 into 11. This is 150 into 10 raised to 3 square millimeter. It is required as per the calculation. We have to select the trial value slightly higher than this, then it will be safer side. This is step 4. Next, we will have the trial section in step 5. Step 4 is over, then the step 5, trial section. It was A is equal to 150 into 10 raised to 3 square millimeter. Now, we will take as per this condition, it is better to take the symmetrical section. Easy to calculate the moment of inertia area and it should be plan section. Symmetrical I section. The two flanges having the same dimensions and generally it is taken as B is equal to 0.5 H. It is a reference only. We can take slightly higher or lower, then we will get the what is the value. Here I will take this 460, I will take as the 450 millimeters as the B, and depth of the flange is 100 millimeters, 1/4 of this one, and even web we can consider same as 100 millimeters, and overall depth it is given already is 920. H is equal to 920 is given. Then if you calculate the area here, 2 flange section and 1 web section, this value is equal to 162 into 10 raised to 3 square millimeter. We have provided slightly more than this one, and moment of inertia about the centroidal axis, if you calculate, centroidal axis will be at the center, it is symmetrical I section. This is Y suffix T from the top. Similarly, Y suffix B from the bottom. This is equal to 1.83 10 raised to 10 millimeter. These are the properties of the trial section we have selected. And once you get this one, you have to calculate the radius of gyration. That is equal to R square is equal to I by A. We have got the I, moment of inertia, and A. This value comes to be R square is equal to 112.96 square millimeter. And with the help of the radius of gyration, we have to calculate the kern points, position of kern points from the centroidal axis. That is KT is equal to KB here because it is symmetrical section. Symmetrical section. Okay, we will calculate the kern points. Here in the same step 5, and I'll write this is also required. Area of the section 162 into 10 raised to 3 square millimeter. Therefore, once you get this one, curve points KT is equal to KB, that is equal to R square by YT or YB. R square by YT or YB you can take. Here as we got the R square is equal to 112.96 divided by YT or YB is equal to 460. Therefore, this value is 245.5 millimeters. Turn point. Yes, how to calculate the Kern points means at the transfer generally the top stress will be 0 and the bottom will be maximum if it is type 1 section, and for that we will have the CG here and the force will be compressive force will be here, and that compressive force and the CG from this will be equal to KB. If it is for the working condition, this is at transfer. At working condition or service condition, bottom stress should be 0 and the compressive force will be somewhere here and CG is here and the distance between this will be equal to KT. Here these two will be same, therefore we have taken as a KB is equal to KT, the distance from the compressive force from the centroidal axis. This value is 240 KT or KB is equal to 245.5 millimeters. And all these properties we have calculated. If I write here once again one more value, KT is equal to 245.5 millimeter required. Now we have trial values, all the values we have calculated, FPO, PE, effective pre-stress and area of the steel and area of the cross sections and the KT, KB. Now we will move to the stage 2, that is final design. That means checking of these and the calculation of eccentricity. Final design means all these values whether we have selected or satisfactory or not, we have to check. If not, we have to redesign once again. Here, second stage is final design. In the first step of the final design, we have to calculate the that is force, pre-stressing force, P suffix O, that is initial pre-stressing force. We have calculated the effective pre-stressing force. PO is equal to area of steel multiplied by the FPO. It is given. Then area of steel we have provided 960 into 1035. This PO is equal to 993.6. 993.6 kilonewton. That is equal to, here I will write 993.6 kilonewton. And next, eccentricity, corresponding eccentricity for this initial pre-stressing force. E is equal to eccentricity. Eccentricity E is equal to mg divided by, that is MSW or mg you can take, divided by pre-stressing force PO plus Kern point KB. Here it is symmetrical section, both are same. MSW is equal to 55 kilonewton, convert millimeters, that is meter. PO is kilonewton only. 993.6 plus 245.5. This comes to be 300 millimeters, 0.3. 300.3. The next is check the compressive stress. And we have calculated as it is given 826. Now we have to calculate the PE with the help of the eccentricity and then given values, whether it comes to be same or not. If not, we have to revise it. For that purpose, the second point, this is the first point, or A bit we can take in second point, or B bit in final design is re-estimate of the effective pre-stressing force. As the values, trial value we have selected. Estimate the, or you can take re-estimate the effective pre-stressing force. Effective pre-stressing force. That is equal to P into E. With the help of the same, that is, we can take as we have taken here, PE is equal to MT divided by calculated E plus current point. That is equal to 435 into 10 raised to 6. E is 300.3 plus KT is 245.5. The effective pre-stressing is 797.4 kilonewton. Now we have to compare with the previously, with the help of the sections we have taken here. Here it was taken from the moments. Here 826 and here it is 797.4. These two are not equal. Therefore, we have to take the one set of the effective pre-stressing and revising the eccentricity and then calculate it once again and whether it comes to be same or not. Here PE is less than previous PE calculated 826 kilonewton. Therefore, once again recalculate the variables. We recalculate the variables since area of steel and PO and eccentricity. All these we have to recalculate it and then once again we have to compare new, and I'll say that new P suffix C. We have to calculate these values once again because 797.4 is not equal to 826. If it is agreeable, appreciation is there, if they are equal, then we can stop there. And once again we have to calculate here AP, once again PO, and then these three values in the final design. If these two are equal, then we can stop here and we can check only area of section. Therefore, now we have to calculate the area of steel, that is force divided by PE divided by FPE. Force divided by stress. The new value which you have calculated 797.4, instead of this we are taking this, and FP is 860. And the area of steel is now here it comes to be 926.7. Previously it was 933 and 960 and 930, and then here it is 926.7 square millimeter. And then we have to calculate the PO. PO is equal to once again AP into FPO. Area of tendons multiplied by the stress, initial stress. That is equal to 926.7 into FPO is given 1035. This comes to be 959 kilonewton. That is new one. PO 959 kilonewton. Next is eccentricity. And eccentricity is equal to MSW self weight divided by PO plus kb. This is equal to 55 kilonewton meter. Can take only meter into millimeters. PO is already 959 plus 245.5 is the current points. Then E is equal to 302.8. Previously it was 300. Now it is 302.8. And then we have to calculate once again PE, effective pre-stressing force, using these new values. Effective pre-stressing force. Only we are repeating the steps here. PE is equal to total moment divided by E plus K. 435 into 10 raised to 6 divided by E is 302.8 plus 245.5. That comes to be the 794.5 kilometer. Previous it was the first one, PE was 797.4 kilonewton, which was not equal to this. Now we have got the one more value is second PE is equal to 794.5 kilonewton. Now we can say that is approximately these two are equal. That is when in the final design PE was calculated 794 and now it is 797 and 794. They are equal approximately. Here we can stop and then we have to calculate what will be the area of the steel provided and the check for the area of the section. Here the PE calculated, or you can go for the one more trial and then we'll get the exact values. Calculated 794.5 and previous PE 797.4. These two are kilonewton, are approximately equal. The tendons already has given, or otherwise you can select yours. Here it is given. Therefore, whatever the total area required, you can provide the AP providing as per the given data 10 numbers, that is of one strand. One strand is equal to, they have given the 7 strands are there in one cable, and then into, that is the nominal area is given in the previous, it is equal to area square, and then 10 numbers 993 millimeter square into 2 ducts. The second area of steel was calculated as 826, not this one. That is, in the second stage we have calculated area of the steel was 926. Previous was 96. Here in this checking, area of steel calculated was 926 square millimeter, and it is more than that, it is provided here 993. And then we have to check for the area of the section. Similarly, this much area of the steel is provided. The first it was 960 and second when it was re-estimated 926, and the provided will be 10 numbers. You can provide the 2 ducts. Of these ducts will be decided by the manufacturers. Area will be there, and the 10 numbers in the 2 ducts, each 5, and then will be provided in the members. Then the final we have to calculate whether the provided area 162 is satisfactory or not, using the formula of the same compressible stress at the bottom during transfer, at the top during working conditions. This is check for compressive check. The last one, check for compressive stress. If you check the area, because we are using the permissible values, using this only we have calculated the area, therefore If the area of this section is permissible, okay, this should be always less than 11. These are the working condition. At the transfer, it should be less than 12.5. Therefore, for check, area should be greater than or equal to P0 into H divided by FCW into YT. This is at transfer. This value is at transfer, and that is equal to P0 we have calculated as 959 into 920, 959 into 10 raised to 3 you can take, and then H is 920 millimeters divided by FCW is 11 into YT is 460 millimeters. CZ of section. Therefore, area here it is 153.4 into 10 raised to 3 square millimeter. This is at transfer. Similarly, at service, area is calculated. The variable only in this case is we have taken the initial pre-stressing force at the transfer, and this should be taken as PE because after all losses, whatever the stress force available in the P is PE into H divided by FCW. Here we are taking the YB. As I have told, at the working conditions, bottom stress will be 0 and the top will be maximum. And therefore here it is PE is equal to the new one we have calculated as 794.5 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 11 into it is 460. YB and YT are same because it is geometrical action. This A is equal to 144.45 into 10 raised to 3 square millimeter. This is one, this is another one. And whichever is higher, we have to consider higher value of above A. Consider and compare with provided section. What it means higher value of these two is taken, that is higher value is 153. This we have to consider and it should be compared with the provided section. And always the provided section it is given as 162 and it is less here, therefore it is satisfactory. We can write the given, the selected, the calculated value is this and the provided is the 160. A provided 162 into 10 raised to 3 square millimeter. Therefore, we can write the selection section has more area compared to the calculated value. Therefore, it is satisfactory. The calculated value and it is provided. The provided value is more than the calculated value. Therefore, it is satisfactory. And if this 153 is more than 162, then we have to revise the section itself. Trial section, you can increase the width or the depth and then we have to make it more, and then same design we have to, all the steps should be involved and finally we should get this. If it is satisfactory, we can stop it here. Thank you very much, and if you got any doubts, please ask me. Thank you very much.